Hello my friends and welcome to Youth Potential, a channel dedicated to helping young people with mental health problems. I have two books available, 102 Distraction Techniques and Self-Harm to Self-Harmony. Both of these books are only available on Amazon. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hello my friends, Scott here representing Youth Potential. If you're wondering why I've got my hood up and looking like a thug, it's because this hoodie is brand new. It's my new Within Destruction hoodie. Came the other day. It's so soft, so comfortable, and yeah, it just feels nice. So yeah, I like things to make you feel comfy. You know, when you get that new soft clothing product or whatever, that you don't put it through the wash just yet, you get it out and wear it for a couple of days. Oh, it's so soft. Anyway, enough about that. So today I want to talk about the whole self-triggering thing. You know, why do we trigger ourselves? Now, I've been thinking about this for a little while, and last night I did a live stream over on my Instagram, and I had about 36 people join, which was really nice because it went on for like 2.5 hours. I was only planning on doing like an hour. Yeah, and I brought up this question. It wasn't one of the only things that I brought up, but this is one that I've been thinking about the most, and that's why I'm doing a video on it now. So I raised a question, and I gave my input about how I think to answer the question, and then my friends, followers as well, also inputted, like, you know, their opinions. And in the end of it, we came to this sort of conclusion. There were mixed responses, but there was a lot of overlapping responses. And I said that this was all, you know, we're not trying to look for facts here as much. It is more opinion based, but even though it is opinion based, I think there is a lot of facts within here. And as I say, you know, the fact that the people that I was discussing this with in the live stream, a lot of people had sort of like similar answers. It was good because at least that way everyone can kind of relate to each other. And I think in our community, I don't know if you want to call it the mental health community, but you know what I mean. It is important that we all are able to relate to each other and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, let me talk about what we discussed. We came up with a handful of different answers, and I've basically broken them down for this video. Okay, so why do we trigger ourselves? Now, one reason was familiarity. This was brought up. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you were in that live stream and you were involved, please leave a comment below. Let me know. That'd be great. I know who it was, but I just want to see you, acknowledge you guys down in the comment section. Yeah, familiarity. I think you know, when you're feeling low, like really, really low, and there's just something not quite right. Okay, sometimes you can be having urges to self-harm. Maybe you just feel like shit, but you're not having the urges to self-harm, and instead you want to familiarize yourself with something that's, well, triggering. Basically, it might be something that's images of self-harm. As you guys know, you know, there was a big thing about that last year with social media, especially on Instagram. And yeah, so you don't feel great. You end up looking for these images or videos or whatever it is, something graphic. Tends to be something graphic, or it could be something really upsetting. Whatever triggers you, you know what your triggers are. So when you go looking for that content, you know what it is that's gonna you're gonna be familiar with. Yeah, I think, you know, when you look at this content, you know, for some reason you just want to look at stuff that kind of matches your feelings and your thoughts. So another reason for why we trigger ourselves that we came up with was to justify self-harm. Now, I never actually thought about this one, if I'm completely honest. Not necessarily in that way to justify self-harm, but I can definitely understand that and relate to that. So it's almost like, you know, you're looking for this content before you self-harm, and, you know, and it makes you feel shitty, and you use that as a way to justify that you're about to self-harm because you feel shit, because you've looked at this triggering content. The third reason was to psych us up. So, for example, we would be, you know, you've got the self-harm urges, but they're not maybe so strong enough that you're ready to dive into it. Perhaps you need to look at this triggering content first to kind of motivate you in order to do it. The fourth reason was that we look at these the triggering content to intensify urges. I know that's quite similar to the previous two reasons, but that intensifying urges, that is definitely one that I can relate to. Definitely, I'm consciously aware that I have done that before self-harm, looked at triggering content, and I've done it because I wanted to intensify the urges to self-harm, or just intensify the feelings of feeling shit. It's hard to explain why I'd want to do that, but unless you've been there, you just won't understand. And the final reason was for us triggering ourselves was as a form of self-punishment. I've definitely looked at triggering content as a form of self-punishment a few times. I wouldn't say it's my key motive. I think intensifying the urges or to psych myself up, I think they would be the kind of key motives for triggering myself. But yeah, a form of self-punishment. You know, you look at these images and it makes you feel shitty, and you feel, you know, perhaps you think you're a bad person and that you need to be punished. You know, self-harm, you know, leaves physical scars, but looking at triggering content can leave mental scars. I mean, of course, self-harm in itself leaves mental scars as well, but looking at the triggering content, it just puts you in a worse place. I'd love to sit here and say, please don't go look at triggering content. But I know I've done it in the past, and I don't want to make myself a hypocrite on that. So I would just say, I know it's not good to look at triggering content. You know it's not good to look at triggering content. But if you find yourself doing it and you're consciously aware of it, just think, you know, maybe this time, let's just stay away from it. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I do apologise that it's been a while since I uploaded my last video. But yeah, basically, I've been working on my Pokemon card opening YouTube channel, which is called Poke Partners. I will put a link on here somewhere. There's the Instagram. I'll put that link down as well. We're doing prize giveaways every single week, and they are prizes worth anywhere between £50 and £100 at this stage. Yeah, and that ends at the end of the week, so go and check it out. Anyway, guys, all the best. Take care. Bye.